All right, boys and girls, you were all owed several more recap videos, and I'm going to give them to you. So we are going to run through Heavy Athlete, and we are going to cover the month of May. So this is Behind the Eight Ball. I'm recording this almost at the end of June, but better late than never. Again, this is going to just be a quick audio-only episode just to catch you guys up on what's happening around the world of Highland Games as far as what throws are going how far and where they were and how bad can I mispronounce their names. So, as always, we have a very quick ad blurb to get through before we get to that. So all of our pro-level sponsors for the Woodridge Farm Highland Games, which, by the way, registration is now open on heavyathlete.com. We have Prima Service. They do not have a website for me to plug. It's just a small local company that wanted to support the game, and I appreciate them. We have got Savage Life Co. So you can check them out at savagelife.co. They're a fitness and lifestyle brand. They do everything from coaching to apparel, swag, whatever you might need. Please go check them out. The Kilted Patriot. The Kilted Patriot is a nonprofit run in memory of Joel Sim, who is a very active participant in the Highland Games, who loved the sport, and his family is doing their best to give back. And they've created this nonprofit with the goal of enhancing the athlete experience at games. So they've been a huge part of our game moving forward, as well as a lot of other games, really all across the U.S. So please go check them out when you get a second. Cerberus US. So Cerberus is also sponsoring one of our pros at the Woodridge Games. Any sort of supportive gear, apparel, strongman gear, but also very adaptable into the Highland Games. Go check out Cerberus USA. Stars and Thistles, some of the best tacky around right now, man. They are churning it out left and right. I know I talked to Kirsty the other day, and they're working on some special stuff that's still behind the scenes, but I just love that there's a company that's active in the Highland Games that is continuously trying to make new things and make better things for us, the athletes. So go check out Stars and Thistles. Use one of the many discount codes that's floating around right now. You can find them for just about any athlete. Our sponsored athlete is Haley Gow. So if you want to let them know that we sent you, that might be the best way to do it. And ScottishThrowsCoach.com. That is your boy Matt McDougall. He is running online coaching specifically for the Highland Games. So if you're trying to structure your training, get video reviews, things like that, you can catch him on Scottish Throws Coach. The Strength Agenda, run by I don't know if it should be former. Tom, are you still going to be actively throwing? I know he's at least taking a small hiatus, but either way, pro thrower in the Highland Games, as well as an accomplished lifter in multiple disciplines and competitor. Tom Soroka runs the Strength Agenda. They are selling and have put out a training manual for the Highland Games. So again, if you're looking for a cost-effective way to kind of start structuring your Highland Games training, and maybe you're not ready to hire a full coach, the Strength Agenda is a fantastic resource. And that is it. That is all of our pro-level sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, May of 2025, I'm going to be running through Heavy Athlete and just kind of picking games at random, either ones that jump out to me or things. I know Chris Carr has sent me a recap of his own of a game that he attended. So maybe we will try and pull that up if my phone so allows it, and just see what Chris had to say about one of the games that he went to. Let's see. Oh, my God. I'm getting memes from 2024 because my iPad is not is not updated, Chris. I'll pull it up on my phone here, buddy, in a second. Let's see what we got. You guys loving these raw, unfiltered audio episodes where it's just me talking and I refuse to edit them so that you can get some kind of content? Hope you are. Sorry about this, but at least maybe it's keeping you entertained in your drive to work or the gym or the mental asylum where most of us belong. All right, so let's see. Chris Carr wants us to make trading cards because I don't have enough going on. We should definitely be doing that too. There we go, practice groups. All right, Chris, I'm pretty sure you sent me a detailed one. I can't find what page it's on, buddy. We're going to act like I didn't just waste 2 minutes of everyone's time looking for that. So, kicking things off right away. So it looks like 5-1. They had the men's lightweight nationals invite faux games. What is this? It's a faux game because there's only 2 athletes in there. Never mind. Backing that thing up. Rocket City, that one I know went over well. So that was a Backyard Rebellion game. Let's see. AM Women, Maddie taking first, Jenna Slayer in second, Kylie Frazier in third. So it looks like our winner in the AM Women's, Maddie Weinrich, 6 points. Looks like she swept every event. So 31 Braemar, 38 Open Stone, 39 Heavy, 63 Light, not bad. And an 85 Light Hammer, so good solid AM marks. Masters Women, Mandy Hart, one of the ADs for the Dublin Games that's coming up in August up in Ohio. Looks like she won, swept their 5 events that they threw. Yeah, threw everything but Light Hammer. We've only got 1 Light Hammer score in there. That's odd. Let's see. We have an other division. We have a lot of Masters lightweights. So looks like Ken won the lightweight, followed by Alexander Elkins and then Craig Cato. Well, these scores are jumping out at me. They're solid. Everyone's working, but let's see. We had a 15-foot wob by one of the lightweights. That's decent. AMA's John Weinrich. So all right, look at that. The couple. I hope, unless I just said something really awkward about a brother or sister, winning the games. A 33-foot Braemar, 40-foot Open Stone, 34-foot Heavy, and a 62 Light. Nice. Decent numbers. Hammers were 79, 88, so pretty close to one another there. AMB's William Breeden won that. With some decent B marks. Got a little work to do. We had a lot of Masters divisions and a novice division. All right, like to see that. We're getting people into sport. Ton of athletes came out to that Rocket City game. I mean, we're looking at least 8 or so different flights, so good for them. All right, Rio Grande Celtic Festival in Albuquerque. Big turnout there or not? Let's see. All right, so this is, I'm familiar with this. They did, I believe it was actually a team structure, and they gave everyone team names. So it looks like Colin Dunbar won the pro men's, followed by Eric Frazier, Danny Autry, Justin Blatnick, and then Matt Hand at the bottom of those 5. Pro women, we had Christine Rothwell, Amarissa, Emily Adams, Megan McKee, and then Adrian Wilson as their 5. So, but I believe they did it as a point system, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was like Team Chili Pepper and things like that. But let's see what the numbers got thrown. Colin popped out a 40-foot Braemar. Let's see, followed by Danny threw a 38. Nice. Openstone, Colin with a 53 again. So, let's see, Colin was the only pro with a 40-plus Braemar and a 50-plus Openstone. But we had 3 pros above 40 in the heavyweight. Love to see it. And 2 pros above 75 in the lightweight with 1 kind of right there. Justin Blatnick threw 74, 3.5. So he's nipping at that 75-foot mark in this game. Our winning hammer, 109 for the heavy. That was thrown by Eric Frazier. Shocking. And then, let's see, best light hammer on the day, though, was Colin with a 127. Colin went 33 foot in the sheaf. 3 other athletes went 30. Looks like Eric Frazier may have zeroed sheaf, if what I'm seeing is correct here. And then Eric won with an 18-foot, 1-inch wob. Colin coming in second at 16 on that event. So we got our pro women. So Christine was your winner for them, a 33-foot Braemar, 41 Open Stone. Amarissa, though, cleaned up on stones. I remember seeing that. Let's see, 38-foot 10 for Amarissa. And the Braemar, 47 on the Open. But then the weights look like they went back to Emily Adams, Christine, and Adrian, all relatively close in that 40-plus on a heavy mark and 70-plus on the lightweight. And then on the wob, let's see, Amarissa won with a 17. Everyone else was at 16. So, all right, that was a great showing from them. We had some lightweight amateur men in other division. Lightweight women, AMAs, looks like Sean Burns took first with 9.5 points, so pretty solid day there. Masters women, AMBs. A lot of athletes out there. Good. I'm loving to see this. I like seeing big games. I'm glad ADs are biting off a bunch and putting stuff on like that. Good for them. Savannah Scottish Games, which I missed this year. That's a bummer. That is if you've never gotten to throw in Savannah or just visit Savannah, I'd love that place. But you can come here to listen to me talk about travel tips. You probably barely came here at all. And women, let's see, Tanisha, if I'm saying that right, Lee, 17 points. All right. I'm looking through the numbers. Your AM women's winner, and I'm not trying to take anything away, but we had, let's see, 9 athletes. And the best Braemar stone on the day was 20 foot 7.5. Man, that makes me a little sad. That's not throwing shade at anyone. I just, I'd like to. It's a problem we've run into in certain regions of the country where we just need deeper talent pools and practice groups and backyard opportunities. Let's see what Cody Mitchell pulled off in the amateur A's. Don't make me sad, Cody. Cody beat me there last year at Savannah, so it's only fitting that I didn't show up and let him win. 39 foot open, 29 heavy, 52 light. Cody, what are you doing, Pookie? 73 heavy hammer, 26 foot sheaf, 13 foot wob. All right, was it raining or something at Savannah? Why is everybody throwing the way they're throwing? I know Cody's good for 14 feet most days on weight over bar. Typically a little further than that in hammers. Typically K-Sean's usually at those games and cleans up. But Cody threw a 60-foot lightweight last year. But, man, that's the downside of trying to keep 9 events going all the time, man. Something's going to suffer. Looks like they had a novice women's class and a novice men's class, so that's great. Love to see it. All right. That is Savannah. We're going to skip a few here, guys, because I feel like I'm boring even myself. Let's skip down to Idlewild, 5'10". What an interesting name. All right, so we had lightweight men. Cameron Henry took first. 30-foot Braemar, 35 open. Okay. 13-foot wob. The 13 wob did not win the wob. That was a 14 by Peter. Peter, I'm not even going to try that last name, buddy. Giannopoulos? That might be it. I'm going to pretend that's it, and if it's wrong, you can DM me, and I'm going to tell you I'm sorry, and then I'm going to move on with my day. A lot of masters men advanced amateur, intermediate amateur. So we broke this up into a lot of classes for Idlewild. Good showing of athletes. I believe this was the inaugural year for that game. So 2-day game, May 10th and 11th. That's fantastic. So SAA's putting in a lot of work out there trying to give good opportunities. We got a few backyarders, it looks like, that I'm going to skip over, but I do love seeing those. Let's go down to Smoky Mountain on the 17th. Let's see what we had out there. So pro men, Matt McDougall taking first, followed by Wes Kaiser, Thor Geifelson, and then Chris Chafin. So let's see. Matt won the open stone with a 42, and it looks like everyone else was in the 41 and change mark. Heavyweight, Matt went 43 and change. Put him heavily in the lead. Looks like everybody else was in the low to mid-30s. Lightweight, again, Matt was 79, and then the rest of the pro class ranges from 61 to 77. Heavy hammer, Matt won it with a 101, but he was followed close by Wes Kaiser with a 100-foot 11-inch throw. No light hammer. Looks like Wes threw a 30-foot sheaf, pretty typical of Wes. And then looks like Thor and Chris may have, I don't know, Chris hit a 13 wob. Thor may have bombed out, and then Matt won it with a 15. So not the most competitive wob field by pros. Pro women, Maddie again. Man, just going around winning all the games. Amanda Ford in second. Aislinn in third. And Janine in fourth. Janine, I never learned how to say your last name. But I think there's only one Janine in the sport, so that makes it easy. Let's see, 32. All right. Let's see, it looks like Maddie had a 38-foot open stone, a 39 heavy, and a 71 lightweight, so good stuff. It looks like everything else is kind of spaced out following that. Ace threw a 69-foot lightweight and a 36 heavy, so I spoke too soon. Way to go, Ace. All right, AM women had 6 athletes come out for that. And Masters women, AMAs. Once again, Jonathan Weinrich took first for the amateurs while his wife went and won the pro women's class. So, let's see. Had a good, solid B class, 11 throwers. Good. A lot of masters again. So, yeah, these are, guys, am I boring you? Because I feel like I'm boring myself. We had Mountain State. That was a Massa game, not too close, not too far from us. Let's see. 3 amateur men. Travis Haddock, Michael Morlock, and Bryce Manners. Michael Morlock, please go capitalize your name, homie. This is weird to read. All right, I mean, let's see. Travis won with a 24 Braemar, a 33 open, 23.45 in the weights. And it's just not the most competitive class of the day. I mean, it is what it is. There's only 3 guys that made it out there. That one may have had some inclement weather. I'm not sure. It looks like Heather threw as an AM woman. Then we did have 1 Masters woman and a handful of Masters men. All right. Paul Knightley was out there. Chance to Worth, Henry Kilner. Henry threw a 100-foot light hammer. All right. 42.59 in the weights is the winner in the Masters division, and 31.42 in the stones. All right, and 21.16 in the height events. All right, or 28.16. Good. You know what? Faith redeemed. All right, let's do a little bit more scrolling, guys, because I don't need to keep you all here forever. Let's go check on Greenville. Buddy Aaron George's game down there. If you haven't listened to the Aaron George episode, I promise it's way more exciting than what we're currently listening to. Looks like Erica Snow swept the day for the women, winning all 8 events. Let's see. So she won all 8 with a 28-foot open stone, a 34 heavyweight, 20-foot lightweight. That's going to be incorrect. Someone needs to go fix that, Aaron. 75-foot light hammer, 21-foot sheath, 13-foot wob. So there's definitely a correction that needs to be made on the lightweight, but honestly, it's like I'm seeing... maybe it's not. Because all the other lightweight scores I'm seeing are also fairly low. Because 8 points, on a 7-event day, so maybe she just took second. Oh, well, stuff happens. All right, Masters women, no shock to anyone. Adrian Wilson ran away with it. Morgan King in second. Christina Henderson in third. Kind of day did Adrian have? 38 in the open stone, 52 and 70 in the weights, 83-foot light hammer, 18.5-foot wob. All right. Jason Richards winning the amateur men with a 40-foot open stone, 34-foot heavy, and a 65 light. So a really good day on the weights for Jason. 15-foot wob, 32-foot sheaf, and none of those were PRs for Jason either. So go ahead, buddy. So Greenville always draws some really competitive amateur men. I say that because I didn't win Greenville last time I went. All right, let's do a little. We got several 1, 2, 3 entries for the Abbott Farm Highland Games. What are you guys doing over there? Pikes Peak. All right, let's do last one, best one. Let's look at Port City. I'm partial to East Coast. You guys knew that. So, pro men, Graham Hawthorne with his pro class win. Let's see, a 45 open stone, 36 heavy, 77 light, a 97-foot heavy hammer, 15-foot wob. He zeroed Chief and still won, so way to go, Graham. Let's see, Thor in second, Matt in third, and then John Collins and Chris Chafin rounding out the bottom of the pack. Yeah, I mean, looks like Graham just was heavy-handed and won every event up until he no-highted Chief, but he had enough of a lead there to where it didn't matter. Looks like everybody else was exchanging enough points that kept him on top, so you gotta love it when a plan comes together. Zach Cashett winning the Amateur A's, Kayshawn in second, Jedediah Brandon, and then Chris Beltran rounding out the bottom half there. We had AMBs. We had a solid women's A class. Let's see, Amanda Ford, 8 points on the day. Allie Abbs coming in second. Heather Haddock in third. And a handful of other women rounding out the bottom half there. Looks like our best wob throw of the day was Allie at 16. Best sheaf, Amanda at 24. Amanda's light hammer at 82. Amanda's lightweight at 63. Heavyweight at 34. Open stone at 32. So, all right. Decent time. All right, guys. That was really quick and dirty. I'm just going to push this out. I'm trying not to edit these audio-only episodes. It's really just, again, I'm trying to give you guys a 1,000-foot view and just kind of roll through and see what kind of numbers are being thrown around. And I don't want anyone to take it personal when I say the class wasn't competitive. I'm genuinely trying to go off of numbers here. I want to see you guys doing big things and know that people are watching when you are doing big things. And, hey, man, if you go out there and drop a bomb and I happen to see it, hopefully I tell everyone about it. So hope this works out for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and throw this episode out right on the tail of the Danny Autry episode, so you get 20 minutes of me just rambling. But that is it. We will catch you guys on the next one.